All right, so let's talk about what makes you a Santa Muerte devotee. Now, I recently posted a video talking about like who can wear Santa Muerte jewelry. I don't have the other one that I typically wear, but you know, things that have Santisima's imagery. Who can wear her? And typically, unless you're not a devotee, related to a devotee or with a devotee, you really shouldn't be, or if you don't have the plans of becoming a devotee, you really shouldn't just be wearing her for funsies. Anything that has the image of any deity carries the energy of that deity. And specifically La Santa Muerte, because she's not transactional. You can't just hit her up and be like, hey, protect me. Hey, give me this, da-da-da-da, and then call it a day. She's not like the regular saints from Catholicism, even though she has Catholicism roots, also wrapped with indigenous roots, right? So you can call on San Judas. You can call on Archangel Saint Michael and not be planning to have a whole altar and devotion and things like that with him. But you can't do that with Santa Muerte because she's not transactional. She's not this like girl that you just come and get whatever you want and bounce on. You have to build a relationship with her, and it gets better with time. So then I had people in there saying, well, you know, I found you can't make it up. I found a Santa Muerte statue, or a Santa Muerte statue made its way to me, and I wasn't a devotee yet. That happened to me as well. I wasn't a devotee when I literally came across a black Santa Muerte statue. However, I did end up becoming one since then. Does that make sense? So sometimes if you find a Santa Muerte statue, if you come across a Santa Muerte statue, if someone gifts you a Santa Muerte statue and you're not a devotee, that doesn't technically make you a devotee. It just means you have this statue. You either learn about her or you give her to someone who is trying to become a devotee or is a Santa Muerte devotee. That's one. Now, the difference is when you take yourself and you go out of your way and you're like, I'm going to the Botanica, or I'm going online, or I'm going to Polka Shop, and now I'm going to buy a Santa Muerte statue, and you have no intention of becoming a devotee. The minute you make those executive decisions to buy that statue, you are also making a decision to become a devotee. It's not the same when it finds its way to you, and now you have a option whether you want to proceed forward with that or not. When you go out of your way and make this executive decision to buy specifically a statue of La Santa Muerte, you are making the decision to become a devotee. Does that make sense? Another way is you don't have a statue. You say you don't have any imagery, you're not wearing her, nothing like that. You don't have a statue, but you have done your research, and then you're like, you know what? I'm a Santa Muerte devotee now. I know what this all entails. I'm making this lifelong decision to create this bond with her, and I'm going to proceed forward from here. That makes you a devotee, because becoming a devotee is a decision. It's not like you're getting a certificate like, good job. No, she's literally a folk saint, okay? And she is wrapped in a lot of mystery. She hasn't been canonized, so it's a decision you make. So again, if a Santa Muerte statue makes her way to you, she's giving you the option and letting you know that she exists. If she comes up across your like world or your FYP and things like that, or you have someone in your life who's a devotee and they gift you something for protection for her. Well, so let's say I have a friend or a family member or my fiance, and I'm now gifting them something because La Santisima herself told me to make this for them because they need the extra protection and she wants to do that. They still have the option of becoming a devotee or not. But when you go out of your way and make the decision and purchase things and get things and don't have the intention of becoming a devotee, that's when it's a problem. Again, another thing is when you get a tattoo of La Santa Muerte. La Santa Muerte does not require blood, hemoglobin, to be in her practice. It's not like Santeria where we have actual animal sacrifice and things like that. It's part of our rituals, part of our ceremony, and we treat them in a certain way and go through all these processes. With La Santa Muerte, that's not really a thing. Now, certain aspects, some people will say the Aztec route of La Santisima will sometimes take that. And sometimes there's different things that we can do where some people will actually give her blood, but they're making an actual blood pact. Okay, you're sealing the deal. You put that shit in blood, baby. Okay, so when you get a tattoo of La Santisima, have y'all ever seen what the process of getting a tattoo of in general? You literally bleed. It's poking holes into your body. Trust me, I know. I got what, like 10, 12 tattoos, and it literally is cutting into your skin, and you are bleeding. You are making a blood pact with La Santisima. That is now forever. Okay? I don't care if you later on the line decide, oh, you now rebuke her, you're not a devotee anymore, and you got the tattoo removed. The scars are there. You already did it. It's done. Sorry, not sorry. That's why we gotta know who, what, when, where, and why we're tattooing what we're tattooing on our body. I mean, I've seen horror stories of people getting things on them of other languages, and it's not even spelled right. It's backwards. It's weird words or stuff that doesn't exist. So before you put anything on your body, you should know who, what, when, where, and why you're putting that on your body. Impulsive decisions will give you impulsive rewards. So hopefully this all makes sense. We can't just do things impulsively. I know now everything requires, like, everyone wants instant validation on everything, but with some stuff you need to take your time, because some things are forever, blood. Like, come on now. And the blood packs, that is set in stone. You put in your DNA. That's why sometimes some devotees will put like a piece of hair and things like that, give her a piece of hair, da da da. It's very nuanced, and you need to know who, what, when, where, and why you're doing that. Some people will never have a Santa Muerte altar, but they have a tattoo of her. You're literally a walking, talking altar. You're a devotee. You might want to start building your relationship with her, since we already here. Now, I'm talking about an actual image of La Santa Muerte, because a Grim Reaper, that's something else. La Catrina, that's something else. A sugar skull, that's something else. Santa Muerte, though, be mindful who, what, when, where, why you do that. Anyways, I hope it helps. I know it helps, but I hope it helps. And I hope that gives some clarity. You are the one who makes the decision to make and build a relationship with La Santisima. So it's like someone coming up to you and being like, you and we're like this forever now. Imagine if that person suddenly, after you told them everything, you gave them all this stuff, you did all these things for them, and now they suddenly turn their back because now they don't need you anymore. You see? That's what it feels like when people do that and play around with La Santisima like that. I love y'all so much. Have a beautiful day.